There we are. What's going on, everybody?
Hey,
It's Friday night. We are ready to defenestrate, shall we say. We are watching like the core of what this show is about this week. A Thursday night prime premiere, if you're classy about it. Best of the Best 2.
Thursday Night Prime was made for movies like this. Movies that had a first movie in a series that was a theatrical release, but then it wasn't actually a hit. So the sequel was a low budget,
Instead of going straight to video,
well, they didn't have straight to video at the time yet, It
Yeah,
was like,
exactly.
that was still a new thing, I mean, I'm sure there was straight to video, but it still wasn't like huge, They didn't have video on demand or whatever.
Yeah. Let me start this movie. But yeah, we're watching Best of the Best 2, starring friend of the show, Eric Roberts, and Chris Penn.
Philip Rhee.
And Philip Rhee, yeah.
And Sonny Landham.
So is he the? Oh, it's right. Yeah, he's the Native American trainer.
Yeah, of course. He's the mystical Native American,
who is somehow Philip Rhee's uncle.
Yeah,
or something. Yeah.
I don't know. They mix families in movies. Like anyone who's just not white, is related. They're in just this movie.
Ethnic.
Yeah,
general ethnic.
And there's a whole plot line with a sweat lodge that's pretty much note for note the same as an episode of King of the Hill.
Can I just? I'm going to put it on for 1 second. The theme music. I don't want to get a copyright strike for Best of the Best 2, but it was like I must have come in later because it was like a soft rock, like almost like a steamy, something you'd hear on like a Showtime, Friday night movie.
Oh, it's got the sultry eyes of Meg Foster in this. I forgot about that.
You have the recap of the first one in the beginning.
Yep.
And she was in the first one. Yeah, Wayne Newton's the bad guy in this movie.
Yeah, the first one was kind of a serious movie. It was a drama.
Yeah.
The fact that they turned it into this kind of like Mortal Kombat wannabe.
Like it had fighting in it, but it was really about like Eric Roberts and his kid. And
right, about the characters. And it was about humility. At the end, they lose.
Yeah.
And then, but the Korean team shows them, they show them, like they, I think the guy comes over and like puts his arm on his shoulder or something. It's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Friend,
Well, like the bad guy from the first movie is like their friend in this movie.
Right. He kicks some Kane Hodder's ass in the first one. In this one, he kicks some other guys' asses,
Yeah, U.S. champs open karate studio, front page of the Las Vegas Sun Journal.
Yeah. Basically, Eric Roberts is Terry Silver in this. Although he doesn't have cool ass, Best of the Best ponytail in this one, which is one of my few complaints about this movie. I mean, I've got a few, but
Chris Penn getting killed off really does suck because he does add something to that first movie.
Yeah.
And Reservoir Dogs, quite frankly.
Well, I think it came down to this. Philip Rhee was the best fighter out of all of them because I'm pretty sure he was the fight coordinator on the first one.
Yeah,
he's a fight coordinator on a lot of movies. He's credited as.
And Eric Roberts is the face.
Yeah, Eric Roberts is the face, exactly.
Yeah,
and so Chris Penn had to be the sacrifice. It came down to that.
Yeah, the chubby douchebag, the handsome guy that everybody's here to see.
Yeah, I mean, come on, he takes a little boy to a Mortal Kombat fight. It only takes him like 5 seconds of convincing too.
Yeah.
And he's originally going to leave him in the car. That's even more fucked up. The fact that he brings him in, the fact that he leaves him in a car outside of a death match run by Wayne Newton.
I'll leave you the keys. Don't run the engine too long. We don't want the battery to die.
He's like, he says the least I'll be is 2 hours, or the most I'll be is 2 hours. Like
that's a long fucking time.
That's a long fucking time. Yeah, you're supposed to be the babysitter. Oh, and I love how the bad guy is basically just a 7-foot tall Backstreet Boy.
He's really like not even that big of a guy.
Well, they just put him next to short guys,
Yeah.
It's movie magic for you.
I think we're also like, big movie guys today are like The Rock, like mutants,
Yeah.
who's like twice this guy's size.
But this guy's got some cred. He's in Gladiator. Ralph, how do you say his name? You say it like that composer, Mahler.
Oh yeah, I think
Yeah,
so. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
spelled the same way. Yeah.
He's the masked gladiator, right?
No, he's the guy that's in Russell Crowe's crew.
Yes, it's like the Irish guy, and then like not the Irish guy.
Jaimin Hunsu is
Jaimin
one of the
Hunsu.
guy, and then
I'm thinking of
this guy
Braveheart, the
pretends
Irish
to
guy.
be poisoned.
Yeah,
He's like,
he's a
oh,
food taster.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
like he's a German dude,
Yeah,
you know. And then
that's right. Holy shit.
yeah, he's a good guy in that one. He's in a B movie that I own called The Bad Pack, which stars Robert Davi, Roddy Piper,
Oh my god.
Ralph Mahler, however you say that, the guy who plays Lamar Luttrell in Revenge of the Nerds. It's basically like a really cheap B movie Expendables.
I was gonna say it sounds like the worst version of the Expendables.
Yeah. And that he's a good guy in that as well.
Fucking Wayne Newton. That's probably where most of this movie's budget went.
You think?
Yeah, that and cocaine.
I think Wayne did this for free. You know? Like, I remember reading about how he got the part in that James Bond movie because he just bugged the producer until they gave him a part in one of their movies.
Yeah.
Like, he just bugged him over and over and over and over again because he wanted to be in a James Bond movie. He's in License to Kill. And he works for Robert Davi.
Yeah.
And
bringing it back to Davi.
Yeah, bringing it back to Davi. All roads lead back to Davi. Oh, you know what? I remember while I was watching this too. This is the second movie we have watched where there's a bad guy named the same name as this guy. What's his name? It's that he's about to fight. It's not Barnabas. It's
let me turn the captions on. Maybe we'll.
Yeah, turn those captions on, please.
Oh,
I watch him at home with captions anyway.
Never mind.
He's got a name of a villain of something we just watched in the last month or two, and I was like, oh, that guy's got 2 movies with the same villain name,
Yeah.
That isn't Kane,
Philip Ree's name is Tommy Lee.
Oh yeah, Tommy Lee. And he's got a dong too. At one point he drives a boat with it. That's this movie, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's the same one.
Yeah, okay. He's reading a map with it.
Plotting, charting a course.
Yeah. Recreating Hitler's invasion into Poland on a map. Yeah, Tommy Lee. That always, as a Tommy myself, I'll allow it.
I'll allow it, but you're on thin ice.
Yeah. I want to know what the Asian name is that he changed from. Because whenever there would be like an actor in the 80s that had like an Americanized name, they would always have their Asian name in quotes next to it,
Or even like if you knew any like Asian kids at school, like they'd be like Joey or like Freddie at school,
right? Like, yeah, just call me Joey.
Yeah. And then like when you meet their parents, they call them something completely different. Yeah,
they call them Thin Walk.
Yeah. Oh,
and I love. That's the other. I just remembered the other movie that I was thinking this was. It's like Mortal Kombat meets Rollerball, where they're trying to make a statement about how the rich people who are coming there to watch this shit, are worse than anyone, at all. And same thing for Wayne Newton, where he's like, the people putting it on are worse than the people who are doing it. They're just pawns.
Yeah.
The way I love this little shot here.
He is the most unfightery looking motherfucker. Yeah.
And they even make fun of him in the movie. The audience starts making fun of him when he comes out. It's like, if Ken had just like Ken's wife left him, he can't see his kid, it's like once a month he sees his kid. He's drinking a lot of beer.
Stop talking to Ryu.
Yeah. He's got to fight Billy Blanks on the weekend. Jay Moore does such a perfect impression of Chris Penn.
Yeah.
Stop pointing that gun at my daddy.
Yeah. Oh, of course, from Reservoir Dogs.
Yep. Well, because he also does a Harvey Keitel, which is amazing because I've never heard anyone do a Harvey Keitel impression. But
Yeah.
when he does it, holy shit. I do. It's one of those ones that I try to recreate when I hear it, and I don't know how he does it.
Yeah.
You know, I can't crack that combination.
Yes, here we have our first Mortal Kombat fight.
Oh, I forgot. We have Patrick Kilpatrick.
Yeah.
Can't have a low budget bad B movie without Patrick Kilpatrick.
Yeah, your low budget B grade thug, Patrick Kilpatrick.
This fucking kid. I found out on IMDb though that kid was the voice of Chucky in the first Child's Play movie, the non-evil one. Huh. Yeah.
That kid wasn't a bunch of shit in the 80s.
Yeah, he's got that face. I couldn't figure out what they were all from. That's why I looked him up.
I'm gonna take a look now.
Because he's the hi, I'm Chucky. I want to play that voice.
Eden Gross. Is that his name? Walter? The kid's name's Walter?
Oh yeah. I remember that because in the first one, Eric Roberts is very emotional because Walter gets hit by a car. And he's like, Walter! You know? I'm like, that's not a kid's name, dude.
Yeah, you were like, what do I name my son? Walter.
Edgar.
Yeah. Buford.
Oh yeah, I saw a lot of voices on there.
He's in the greatest TV show of the 90s, Renegade.
Maybe he was Lorenzo Lamas' kid. Yeah. You know?
The Legend of Prince Valiant. That was always the comic you just never read in the Sunday Funnies.
I hated Prince Valiant.
Yeah.
Hated Prince Valiant. I hated
Family
Mark
Circus.
Trail.
Mark Trail, yeah.
I read Family Circus, even though it was never actually funny. I still read it.
I just got to the point where I'm like, you know what? I can't read this shit anymore. Like,
yeah. I got no time for you, Family Circus.
Yeah,
it's biscotti and meatballs. I get it.
I got a magic eye on the last page I got to get to.
See, I liked the map ones. Those ones were good when they did the dotted lines when they showed how they went around.
Oh yeah,
I always kind of appreciated those. I mean, most of the funnies weren't funny. The only ones I ever remember laughing at were like Non Sequitur.
Yeah.
Far Side.
Yeah.
Foxtrot.
Yeah.
What was the one with the penguin?
It was originally Bloom County, and then it was like Outland. I think
Outland. Yeah. That was a good one. You know.
Yeah.
But most comics weren't very funny. And I still read a lot of them. I would read Blondie. Wasn't funny.
Yeah, Blondie. Hagar the Horrible.
Lois, Hagar the Horrible. BC.
Yeah.
You know.
High and Lois is just I hate my wife.
Yeah. No, that was Andy Capp.
Oh yeah.
High and Lois was like, I don't understand my wife. Yeah. Get it straight, man.
Gasoline Alley.
Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, I remember God being thrown around in that one a couple of times, and I was done with that one.
Yeah.
The G word. Oh. Walter is training by the fire.
This kid was on 2 episodes of Herman's Head.
Oh, as young Herman, yeah, I noticed that. You know, I wanted to throw this out there. I noticed that Eric Roberts is now the sidekick in this movie.
Yeah. Philip Ree takes over.
You know?
Yeah.
He was the main guy in the first one.
He was.
Philip Ree was like the third or probably the fourth down on the credits because James Earl Jones was in the first one too.
That's right. He's like the coach, isn't he?
Yeah.
Jesus. Like the first one was like a legit movie. Like, yeah.
So I'm guessing Philip Ree, was maybe fourth on the first one. You know, fourth on the cast list. You know, or on the call sheet, as they say.
Yeah.
But on this, he's the star.
This is when it does. Like, I think he's the star. Like going forward.
Oh yeah, he's in the star in all the sequels too.
Yeah.
And they all have machine guns and fucking. You know, they're breaking necks at the end of the fights. It's ridiculous. You know.
He played young Al in an episode of Married with Children.
Oh boy. Chris Penn makes jokes about having a big donkey. You know.
He was in an episode of Cheers.
Is a young Sam. Ooh, Highway to Heaven. I love Highway to Heaven.
With Michael Landon.
With Michael Landon. Yeah, I love Michael Landon shows, period. Regardless of how ridiculous the premises are, you know, because Highway to Heaven is the Incredible Hulk, but with an angel instead of a Hulk. It's the same fucking show.
Same premise. He just walks from town to town.
Town to town, with inspiring background music, you know, and he changes people's lives. And even on Highway to Heaven, he's like throwing dudes into crates and shit.
Is he really?
He gets in trouble with God when he fights people, but he still does it. Yeah. He sees somebody getting picked on in an alleyway.
Yeah.
He'll pick up a dude by the collar and like throw him into a fucking, pile of boxes or whatever, you know? But then he goes on to help a man who has no legs or,
makes up for it.
Or a widower, you know, or an old folks home. And the old folks home isn't allowed to have flowers, you know, and
this dude directed the original Best of the Best.
Mm-hmm.
He also directed a sequel to The Substitute.
Oh yeah, and that one also has Patrick Kilpatrick in it too.
Of course.
I have a Substitute box set. It's all 4 movies on one disc, like 2 movies on each side. Pretty sure I got it for $5.
He also directed 2 episodes of the other greatest TV show of the 90s.
Silk Stockings.
Sorry. The other greatest TV show of the 90s.
Oh, okay.
VIP.
Wow. I lasted, I think, 10 minutes through the first episode of that.
Yeah.
I realized that there's nothing really sexy about it. You know, I was a teen boy.
I can test that. I can test that.
You can. Oh, you think it was sexy?
There was some sexy stuff. Yeah.
I guess I didn't see enough.
Yeah, Silk Stockings, these steamy USA
Silk
drama.
Stockings. Yeah, that was the hottest thing on TV at night. Well, a lot of Power Rangers.
Yeah, directed a lot of Power Rangers. Some Sweet Valley High.
The New Monkeys?
Yeah.
Wow.
1987.
I didn't even realize that was a series. I remember that they were being pushed on me. I remember seeing the model car in the phase down the street from my house.
Yeah, I don't think it lasted obviously it didn't last very long.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here's where he leaves him in the car. Or was gonna leave him in the car, isn't it?
Yep. In Vegas.
Oh no, it's Eric Roberts.
Eric Roberts does this thing in this movie that right before he's about to fight anybody or hit anybody, he does like this little like. Did you notice that?
Yeah, he's Eric Roberts.
He's kind of doing like a Mick Jagger thing. Like he's Mick Jagger with karate.
Ooh. All right. Taking this kid to $1.99, so like all you can eat steak buffet in Vegas. That hat probably fucking stinks.
Oh yeah. Of Chris Penn's head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just gallons of cocaine sweat in that hat.
I was working on his last movie.
No shit.
Yeah, I never wound up filming anything though. I was on a location and they were waiting for him and some other people to come from another location because it was low budget and they were shooting 2 setups in one night, and they were trying to anyway. And they were supposed to finish the other setup and then come to this location and then shoot there. And then they never made it. So I just stood around in this fucking hardware store all night listening to extras brag, you know?
Yeah.
I
did a 2-day on presumed innocent.
Yeah. This I remember this so specifically because on this one, the guy who was bragging was like, yeah, you know, one of my best friends was the guy inside of Donatello's suit. Like, oh yeah. Like, oh, where's your cock? You know?
Is that radio controlled like his face?
Yeah. You mean they didn't get Corey Feldman to do that too?
Oh, but Fucking Eric Roberts.
Yeah. He's got a bit of a Roy Scheider look to him.
Yeah.
I can see how he became popular in the wake of Scheider.
Yeah, less smushed Scheider.
Yeah. They do look alike, too, him and that kid.
Yeah,
you hardly ever see movies where the parent and the kid looks alike, you know? The family is just always strikingly different, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Some of those 90s jams.
Yeah. I had shorts like that, except they were red and had sharks on them. I can't see what his print is, but
his have like Felix the Cat on it or something.
Yeah. It's a 90s ass kitchen.
Yep. Everybody in the movies always has dishes hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, I would constantly be banging my head.
Those things to hang those dishes are fucking expensive too.
Yeah.
There was I was at an auction recently where they were selling a copper rack that just does that. It hangs the pots and pans. And the rack itself originally had sold for like $1,500.
Jesus Christ.
Know? Just the weight in copper alone was would have been hundreds and hundreds of dollars, you know?
Crackheads constantly trying to break into for the copper.
Culinary crackheads.
Oh, that sounds like that's at least a script.
You want to baste your crack in butter for a little bit. You don't want to cook it too fast.
The discerning crackosaur.
Crackosaur.
Would add some herbs to the mixture?
I pictured a dinosaur when you said crackosaur, but like you're like the French crackosaur.
The connoisseur.
Yeah.
I studied at the Krakenary Institute in America.
I learned to smoke crack in Paris. How dare you question my methods?
I only smoke the finest Michelin-starred cracks.
5-star Michelin crack.
Oh, man.
All right, so at this point, the movie is... I was going to say the movie is still kind of in the vein of the original one, but we've already been introduced to Wayne Newton and the Mortal Kombat, so no, not really. You know?
Yeah.
I wonder if this is one of those movies where the script was written and it didn't have anything to do with Best of the Best. And then they just said, make this about Best of the Best.
Yeah, just make it a Best of the Best movie.
You know, it's got a lot of karate in there and shit. Just make this guy Eric Roberts and this guy Chris Penn.
Yeah.
You know?
Pretty sure we can get all three of them back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. Pardon me.
I saw a quote from Eric Roberts where he said that he only did this one because he was disappointed in the first one. It was like, the first one was good.
How did you improve on the first one with this one?
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
We're watching a lotion commercial.
Mm-hmm. Of course, it's available at Amazon. They're the lotion kings.
Oh.
All right.
Watching the lotion commercial again.
With commercial Timothy Chalamet.
Amazon Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah. Delivered to your door in 2 days. Of course, he has a Trans Am.
He just drove that to the set. That's his car.
Yep.
Yeah.
like fucking like Adam Sandler shown to the first day of kindergarten, you know? Billy Madison, I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah. Blasting like REO Speedwagon.
Yeah.
Or Kansas, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. They must have had some like uncles in the family that acted more like Chris, you know, because everyone else, I don't know, everyone in that family seems so different, you know?
Yeah.
Because like Sean's a beast all of his own. But then he's like, he seems like that uncle that just drank too much.
Yeah.
That's the way he kind of comes across,
Chris Penn seems like the quiet. I mean, sorry, Michael Penn seems like the quiet, like younger brother.
Yeah.
Who had to go into something completely different to distinguish himself.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, which one was the dad like? Because the dad was a director.
I bet you he was Chris Penn.
Yeah.
I get a feeling. Yeah.
There's Kane Hodder.
I didn't even notice that when I watched this the first time.
Yeah, he's in the first one too. He's like, yeah, sure, bring a kid in.
Yeah, why not?
Death match.
It's wholesome.
Yep. Oh, and here's Edward Bunker.
Yeah.
Another 2 movies in a row, I think, with him in it. We saw him in something recently.
He was also in Reservoir Dogs, wasn't he? He's Mr. Orange.
Yeah, I don't remember what color he is, but he's
no.
in that.
Harvey Keitel's Mr. Orange. No, he's Mr. White. Tim Roth is Mr. Orange.
Yeah.
He's Mr. Brown, I think.
Mr. Brown.
Yeah.
He's only in the beginning scene.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of the guys who dies off camera.
Yeah. Oh, Josephine Baker. There's a lot of thong butts in this.
Yeah.
No complaints.
Yeah, look. More, please. Actually heard the thong song somewhere the other day.
Oh, God. How can a song about something so great be so awful? The fact that you're not fighting a guy with 4 arms in this part is just so disappointing.
Yeah. Or a soul-sucking, sorcerer.
Yeah. Guy with lightning from his fingers. Oh, here it is.
A little trot. He looks tired already.
He looks like a marionette. Team America. Best of the best. Even Wayne Newton is laughing at you, dude. Okay, this is not a like a racist question. I'm just seriously curious because when I see young pictures of Wayne Newton, I'm a little confused. Is he Asian?
Possibly. I don't know. I think he might be Native American.
Yeah, when I see young pictures of him, he looks like he's like could be like Inuit or like Native American or something. Or
hold on, I wonder if it'll be an IMDb.
Yeah, look at that young picture of him.
Yeah, that is weird. He looks Mexican. He's born in Virginia.
Ford Fairlane. We got to do that one.
I've never seen that movie.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, let's do that next.
All right, I'm down with that.
Rennie Harlan directed it.
No shit.
Oh my God. I was singing a song from The Adventures of Ford Fairlane. I'm not lying. Maybe 3 days ago. Ed O'Neill is in it. And Ed O'Neill is the cop. You know how in every private detective movie, there's a cop on the force who gives the private dick shit because he's not a cop.
Yeah.
He's not a real cop. Even in Chinatown, they do that.
Yeah.
Hey, Jake Gittes, he gives him shit because he's like stomping around their crime scene, And he, in the movie, Ed O'Neill used to be a disco singer in the 70s, but now he's a cop.
Oh, God.
And Ford Fairlane is always making fun of him because they don't get along. And Ed O'Neill, in this one scene, starts singing his hit. It's called Booty Time. He's going, booty time, booty time.
Oh, my God.
So have you found anything?
No, I'm looking. Yeah,
Chief Powhatan. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He's Native American.
Yeah. Because I've seen pictures of him where he's got like the jade jewelry and
stuff.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, because of Donkashane. That's why I never, I just assumed he was German at first because he's singing Donkashane, Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
English, Irish, Scottish, Welsh, as well as Native American. Okay, so I don't know, though. Whenever I see a white guy saying as well as Native American, that usually just means like I think I do, but I don't
Yeah.
really have any evidence of it.
Yeah, Cherokee.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right. It's
Yeah.
like the
He even says Cherokee. Yeah.
You know, like I'm 1% Indian, you know?
Yeah. He's 96% fucking English, Irish, and fucking German.
Yeah.
What's up, Art? Oh yeah, we're doing Fairlane in 2 weeks, man. If you're in, you're in.
Robert Englund is in it.
Yeah. Of course, Andrew Dice Clay.
Priscilla Presley is in it.
All right, you've heard it here, folks. We have a guest joining us in 2 weeks.
It's actually a funny movie too.
Isn't
I'm not a fan of
Isn't Gilbert Gottfried in it?
Gilbert Gottfried is fucking great in it.
All right.
Yeah. And it's shot like a Tony Scott movie. You know, like
Yeah.
they're definitely trying to make a Tony Scott movie. It's got that
the glow,
that sheen, that glow. Yeah. You know. There's some genuinely funny lines in it, you know. You know how like in a movie when they come in on the punchline of a joke, you know, and you never hear the joke, but the punchline's good.
Yeah.
And Hot to Trot is the guy in the middle looked like Willie Nelson.
Yeah,
and they start laughing. In Ford Fairlane, they cut to him at a party with a bunch of like college sorority girls, like in their little shorts, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, because everybody knows Ford Fairlane, he's the rock and roll detective, you know.
Yeah.
And the line that he's telling at the end of his story / joke is, and then Madonna says to Springsteen, "Who could fuck in this weather?" And I have used that like in public when I'm just around strangers, like if I just want to make it awkward, you know.
It reminds me of that George Carlin bit of like when you're talking at a party and the music goes out, always when you're saying the most awkward thing.
Not having your testicles laminated.
Yeah, so I was thinking about having my testicles laminated.
Yeah.
How would we rate Best of the Best 2?
I would give it a 4.
I'm down with that.
It's not a memorable movie.
It is pretty like this movie is the second time I'm watching this movie today, and I couldn't tell you like more than 3 plot points.
Yeah.
You know, Chris Penn dies.
They
train.
It's got so many plot points that are clearly just taken from other movies.
Yeah.
Where they're just, you know, it's like, well, they did this in this one movie, and then they did this other thing in this other movie. Let's put those two things together, you know.
This is that magical time when they were just literally cranking these movies out one a week, you know, on HBO.
Yeah. They probably filmed this at the same time as 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you know.
Yeah. It was just an ongoing production for a while, yeah.
Right. I work for the best of the best players, you know.
How long ago did Chris Penn die? Jesus Christ, it's almost been 20 years. Damn, that's crazy. I've never seen Footloose either.
No?
I don't care to.
Him and Kevin Bacon are best friends in that. He's the buddy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and if you think Kevin Bacon's dancing is bad, you got another thing coming.
Does Chris Penn dance as well as he fights?
Yes. I mean, there's like, it's like watching Corky dance, planning the dancing in Waiting for Guffman. You know.
I can't watch a movie about dancing.
Yeah.
I just, you know, it's not even a masculinity thing.
The end of the movie, there is, you know, like a big dance montage at the school dance, because the plot of the movie is that Kevin Bacon is this new kid in town. He loves to dance.
He's got to fucking dance.
Yeah, like you can't not dance, right? But the town doesn't allow dancing as towns are off to do, you know? And John Lithgow is this fucking, you know, crazy preacher, and his daughter is, you know, got the hots for Kevin, and she's just all into his dancing, and he's like, no dancing, you know, dancing leads to the devil, leads to sex and all that stuff. But then at the end, you know, somehow he comes around, and they let the kids have a dance, and so at the school dance, they're all doing their best moves and shit. And oh man, Chris Penn has got some sweet moves. Let me tell you. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Lord.
some movie, and it really makes. Are you a fan of Hot Rod? The Andy
I've seen it a
Samberg
couple
movie?
times. It's not like, you know, it's not I'm going to go back to all.
I love fucking Hot Rod.
Yeah.
Danny McBride is great in it. Bill Hader is great in it.
Yeah.
There's just so many like funny sequences and montages and whatnot. And there's a whole like 5-6 minute section that is a direct homage to Footloose. Because at one point Andy Samberg gets pissed because Al Swearingen, who's his dad, is just constantly saying he's not a man because he can't grow a mustache. And he challenges him to a fight, and he never wants to fight him and everything. So he says, he's like, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go to my special place or something. I forget what he says, but he runs off into the woods, and he just starts like punch dancing, right?
Yeah.
And it's this whole sequence where he's just like dancing in the woods, right?
Yeah.
And then, he winds up like falling down the side of a hill, and he falls down the hill for a crazy long time where it's like you keep thinking it's going to end, and it's just keeps going and going and going. And if you somebody did this on YouTube, they put the whole sequence alongside the sequence from Footloose.
Yeah.
It is a shot for shot recreation of Kevin Bacon dancing in the woods because he's mad. He's a mad teenage boy. Yeah. And he's smoking a cigarette. He's like, oh, it's so great.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, that one's not on my list.
I would recommend just watching that scene, though. Kevin Bacon dancing in the woods. I mean, he just starts doing gymnastics and shit, like stuff that there's no way. You're like, okay, I believed that he was a dancer before because they showed him doing it. But now he's like on parallel bars, and he's like spinning around like this and like flipping off and doing like, fucking gymnastic shit.
Yeah. This was in the 80s when gymnastics was a thing. Like,
yeah.
You had a series of male gymnastics movies.
Eric Roberts has the Canadian tuxedo on, all denim, all the time.
Yeah. Did you call it an American tuxedo?
I said Canadian, didn't I?
For some reason, I thought you said American.
Oh.
Tariffs are too high now. It's got to be an American tuxedo.
Yeah, we get our own denim now.
Yeah. That outfit will cost us $3,000 today.
Yeah. Well, I must not have been paying attention when I had this on the other day because I don't remember them finding Chris Penn in the lake.
I do remember that because I remember the shot of the Hoover Dam.
Yeah.
And I also just watched this a couple of hours ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I was I think there was the little like and then he punched.
I was like, Kane Hodder just ruined his Century 21 jacket.
Hey, is that Roy Scheider? No.
Oh, it's just Eric Roberts.
Yep. And then they're at the it looks like they're at the Medieval Times restaurant. There's castle walls there and shit.
Wayne Newton's eating a giant turkey leg.
Paul F. Tompkins back there as the waiter.
Yeah. Oh, he's got the members only jacket there.
Just like me.
Yeah.
But he's dressed more like a dad there.
Yeah.
He looks like a dad who should be teaching his kid not to fight. Dressed the way he's dressed. Oh no, you ruined his frosted hair.
Oh yeah, so this is where he decides he has to kill him because he ruined his perfect face.
Yeah, his in sync hair. Do your little rooster dance before you punch.
This 60-year-old man is like the head bodyguard.
Yeah.
Oh, they've all got Century 21 jackets.
Have
you thought about a 3-bedroom? Yeah.
Right? You see it now?
There was a little finesse
Yeah,
on that elbow. That he
every
threw,
punch.
yeah. He's a fancy boy.
Yeah.
There it is again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
I love it. I love it.
Really hope we get to talk to that dude again
Yeah.
someday. Like,
I guess nobody's getting a house this week. He's dressed like anyone from the Putting on the Ritz video from the 80s.
yeah. I'm surprised he doesn't have like white gloves on.
Yeah.
Oh, chicks dig scars, you pussy.
I mean, who gets into fighting if they don't want to have scars?
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
think every person I've ever known or met who was into that loves the fact that they have scars, right?
Ooh, pardon me.
They're constantly showing them off. They only brought chairs for Eric and his pals. Like, you don't want to let his mom sit there?
Yeah. There's like older people back there.
Billy Connolly there?
Got some shoulder pads in that suit.
This was the part where I was getting some real Miami Connection vibes from this movie.
Yeah.
Like the Rainbow Gang all hanging out together. You know, like they never leave each other's side. You know?
Yeah.
Have you seen Miami Connection yet?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I saw that at the Madison. We were like, shit, probably.
Oh, when they did a midnight movie?
Yeah, yeah. It was at least 10 years ago, I want to say.
I probably watch that once a month.
I don't think I've seen it since then.
Like they own a karate school. Check. Or they don't own a karate school in Miami Connection, but they definitely have their own dojo.
Yeah.
You know, because they train together. They also never leave each other's side. You know, that's one of the rules of Dragon Sound. That's the band in Miami Connection.
Dragon Sound.
And then they have a band, which is what we're lacking here. You know, there's Eric putting his arm in the other actor's arm again.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What the fuck?
You asked him about that, didn't you?
You did. About him doing that to Mickey Rourke.
Huh. Fuck, I wish I could remember that.
Yeah, you was like, whose idea was that? And he said it was his.
Yeah.
So there he is doing it to another actor. Like, what a weird thing to do.
Yeah, it is a weird quirk.
Mickey Rourke's been in the news lately too.
I was reading that thing today.
That fucking face of his. Good God, dude.
Yeah.
I want to like you. Stop calling people the F-bomb, man.
It sounded like a Walton Goggins, like Uncle Baby Billy line. I want to like you. Yeah.
Damn, man, I want to like you. He doesn't live too far from here.
Yeah, he bought a house in Hudson or something like that.
Chatham.
That's what it was. Yeah.
I saw
that nerd.
I saw a Reddit thread that actually had the Zillow.
Yeah.
For link to the house.
Get.
I don't have HBO anymore. I haven't been able to watch the new season.
Oh, it's been really good.
Yeah, I bet. I know I've said this before, but Eric Roberts has a John Romita Jr. face. If you
it's square.
Yeah, if you read any John Romita Jr. books, every man looks like Eric Roberts. The Punisher looked like him in the Punisher Warzone. The whole first, it was like the first 14 issues, I think, was John Romita Jr.
Yeah.
You know? When he was doing Spider-Man, that's what J. Jonah Jameson looked like. You know?
Oh, man. There was a really awesome Punisher War Journal comic.
Do they still do War Journal?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think
they do Punisher at all. Yeah.
It had to have been like 15 years ago at this point. It was all painted too.
Since he got co-opted.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. How, like, whatever. Nope. Not going to get into it.
Yeah.
Not going to get into it. Oh. That
guy plays like a Russian bad guy in something. I The guy who's the older cowboy with the flat nose.
Yeah.
Can't think of what it is.
Look
Oh,
like
you
he's
got
just
the
wearing-
IMDb thing. Pull up him
Look
on
like
the
he's just wearing a
IMDb.
dashiki right
He's
there.
got a big flat face. He was a gangster. I think he's a gangster in a Quantum Leap episode. I would say for sure.
Is that him?
Stavros? That was the last name. No, that's the fighter that he was fighting at the beginning, and I said he's got the same last name as something we just watched.
Oh.
Because Mickey Rourke's name was Stavros in Double Team.
Oh, yeah. There he is, Mike Genovese.
Mike Genovese. Yeah, click on that guy. He's like the poor man's Edo Ross.
Known for Point Break.
Thief.
Harlem.
Yes.
Oh, Thief is a fucking awesome movie.
That's right. He's the bartender where James Caan like does all his business through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Harlem Nights.
That's what I've seen him in recently. Red Belt. That's a great fucking movie. It's a
what's his name?
Mamet movie.
Yeah, David Mamet.
Last time a dude actually attacked me, I remembered something that like advice that the fighter gives to like a non-fighter in that movie.
No shit.
He says if somebody ever comes at you, stand sideways because if you stand like this, there's more target.
Yeah.
Because if you stand sideways, there's less of you to hit. You know?
Yeah, all right.
And this is like, I mean, years ago. It's not like I get into fights or anything, but like years ago, this dude just came at me out of nowhere, this drunk guy. And I just remember just going sideways immediately and just thinking like, oh, yeah, go sideways. And then I hit him in the head with my cane.
He was also in Renegade.
Nice.
Viper.
Oblivion 2 Backlash. Oh, I've seen that. Oblivion 2. I've seen Oblivion 1.
Is it a steamy thriller?
Oh, no. That's a sci-fi B movie, like futuristic B movie. What's the guy's name? He directs like a ton of shitty movies.
Let's see. Hold
on. Asian dude. He directed Cyborg.
Nope.
Oh no,
Sam Irvin.
The first one I'm thinking of then, because what's that guy's name?
Peter David. He was like a famous like writer for like the Hulk and Spider-Man, I believe. Andrew Devoff is in it.
Yeah, it's this Western where like there's all these people in mutant makeup. It's got a lot of it's got a lot of character to it, like the practical effects, because it's all makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's really not, a good movie, Fucking George Takei is the town drunk. And they're constantly making Star Trek jokes that they throw in, Julie Newmar is the villain in it, and she's constantly making Catwoman jokes,
Really frozen on this ad? We seem to be.
Mm-hmm. With Wallace and Gromit, Conan O'Brien.
Yeah. Fuck, I hope we don't lose our place in the movie now.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see where we were on the time.
No. And we've got an ad. That is all. Oh no, it's moving. And it's frozen.
Virus. We walked out of that movie.
We did.
Huh.
It's like one of like 3, I think, movies ever that I've walked out of.
We walked out of The Postman.
The Postman, Virus, and what was that one? Oh, it was like a big director who's like his movie was only opening at the Cross Gates fucking theater. It was like the late 90s. Not Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, but it was something like close to that.
Yeah, that was Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
And I ran that and I never watched it. I had that for a while and it just never interested me to watch it. What the fuck was it? I only remember Virus and Postman.
It was. Did we maybe stay for the whole thing? Gingerbread Man, was it? Was that it?
Oh yeah, we walked out on that.
Yeah,
that was Robert Altman.
Robert Altman, that's what it was.
Robert Altman doing that guy who writes all those Southern lawyer.
Yeah,
thrillers.
and like that movie
John
only
Grisham.
premiered in Albany, like the only theater it opened in.
Yeah, that had full frontal nudity though in the first half hour. I remember that from running it.
Pretty sure we got out of there right after that.
Yeah. but that's a Robert Altman thing.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, what, you know, he could make
Julianne Moore gets naked in shortcuts.
Yeah, he could make a Sesame Street episode and it would have full
Grover
nudity in it.
Schoenbush, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I don't like Robert Altman movies. I don't like the way that people are talking over each other.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I don't know. I don't even know if. Oh, you know what? I like one Robert Altman movie, and I like it a lot, and that's Popeye. But I don't like the ones that everyone says are good. You know,
we did lose our fucking place, by the way.
Oh, okay. All right, where are we? Oh, I forgot that the bad guy from Darkman is in it.
We were before the training montage, I think.
Okay, what do we got here? Oh, another fucking commercial. This bro guy is going to tell us.
I actually use this pomade.
Oh, pomade! Holy shit!
Yeah,
you're a Dapper Dan man, huh? You can skip the ad.
Oh, hey. And god damn it!
My hair's greasy enough on its own. I don't need to put no pomade in there.
No, I need something to cement it in place to prevent it from afroing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, man, be proud of that afro. I thought it was called Perry Mason there for a second. Some Perrier Mason.
Perry Mason water.
How do you not call your water Perrier Mason if you're going to call it that? Mason Perrier? Give me a fucking break.
Hooah!
Jesus Christ. Go to the YouTube version. All right, here we go.
You know what? Who cares? Let's just go from here.
Yeah, Patrick Kilpatrick.
Sorry if you're watching. We didn't even tell you we were starting it, so.
Yeah.
But they're on a helicopter now.
Yep, and the bad guy that Liam Neeson copies his face in Darkman.
In Darkman. Speaking of Liam Neeson, did you see the Naked Gun trailer?
Yeah, I you know what? I want to see it.
I'm going to see it. I don't have high hopes, but I'm going to see it.
I laughed at several parts of it, so I'm going to give it a chance.
I
laughed at the OJ joke.
Oh, yeah. You know? The father's thing was great. Yeah,
that was really good. And the fact that they got that dude from the guy from fucking from Cobra Kai.
Oh, Paul Walter Hauser?
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
That guy is really funny. The fact that he's playing George Kennedy's kid, I think that'll be good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That was funny. That's
his parts on Cobra Kai are probably the best parts of that show. You know, that show can be pretty ridiculous. I was listening to a
podcast interview with him the other day.
Yeah. That can be a pretty ridiculous show.
Yeah.
But he's really funny.
Yeah, I'm just cynical.
And he was the Juggalo on Sunny.
Yeah, that's right.
Juggalo for life. You know what? In the year that we're having in this country,
yeah,
a fucking spoof movie for one,
perfect,
and with Liam Neeson in it.
Yeah,
you know what? I'll take it. You know?
Did they say what it was rated?
I don't know, but the old ones were PG-13.
Were they? All right.
Yeah. So I mean, if it's not R,
I would feel better if they were R, but yeah. I'll live with a PG-13. Yeah. But I would feel a lot better if they were R.
Yeah. Yeah. I honestly didn't look, but because the old ones weren't. I mean, I saw Naked Gun in the movie theater with my mom when I was a little kid.
No shit.
Yeah. You know.
God,
we went to see it at the Dollar Theater.
One of my favorite movies of all time. Yeah. Yeah. I saw Back to the Future there with my dad.
So Back to the Future at the Madison. Oh, Patrick.
That's horrible. My father went the same way.
Yeah.
Fucking.
That's so funny.
Love that goddamn movie. If I catch the son of a bitch that did it.
All these serious actors in that movie. It's great. Kennedy was offered the part that Lloyd Bridges got in Airplane, and he turned it down.
Huh.
Yeah. And so he always regretted turning it down because it was such a hit. And so that's why he was in Naked Gun. They offered him a part in that, you know, because he was an Academy Award winner.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
All right. Well, somebody help the captain up.
Yeah. I think anybody else sleeping with his wife?
Yeah. Oh man.
So at this point in the movie, it's gone full on Mortal Kombat. And they do that shit that is just so fucking cliched in every movie about a fighter or a boxer, where like they either kidnap someone in the family,
Yeah.
or like do some shit to try and force the fight. That's so fucking boring. So many movies do that shit.
Yeah.
It's like, come up with something original.
Well, again, this is, I mean, factory movie making, like,
Yeah,
at its
yeah.
peak. We have a basic story. We have a couple recognizable people. Just throw them out there. As long as it's an
Right,
hour and a half, we're
right,
fine. Yeah.
yeah.
How many secret like fighting dens are there in Las Vegas?
A lot. This is the only one that Van Damme isn't a part of.
Yeah. Van Damme's got this place on Thursdays, though.
I guarantee you they offered that bad guy part, Brackus. I guarantee you that they offered it to Arnold.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Brackus.
Yeah, like, could we be going to these secret fights? Like, is there one around here?
Balrog. Watch when the portcullis comes down next time. It looked like it was somehow being manipulated just manually.
There's probably two like PAs behind.
Right. Yeah. Like the time on it didn't seem convincing.
Like one of them's going faster than the other one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's really relishing his part in this, Wayne Newton.
Chewing some scenery.
Yep. Now we're gonna find out why no one plays his Balrog. Is this Fly Down?
This guy's hanging out in like cotton dockers. And, yeah.
I love that he gets the throne and he just watches everyone else fight.
Oof.
His pants always made me crack up in this because they look like the pants that like my aunts used to wear in the 80s, that like had a little thing that went down under their foot.
Yeah, like a stirrup.
Stirrup, yeah. Like, how does he keep his pants from riding up when he's kicking like that?
There's a lot of room in these gauchos.
Yeah. When's Tommy Lee gonna fight Vince Neil? That's what I want to know.
So Eric Roberts wears the same like karate outfit later on too, the black pants.
Oh yeah. His 80s and 90s performances are known for their high-waisted pants.
He was pretty jacked, I will say.
Oh yeah. Which is still even more confusing as to why he's relegated to the sidekick role.
Yeah. Yeah, really. He said he knew how to do all that shit too, right?
Right, yeah. He was talking about being trained and shit. Oh, here's Stavros. I don't know if I'd go with the loincloth choice
the metal,
for fighting.
Metal loincloth.
I don't want anything hanging down, whilst I'm fighting.
My male gladiator skirt.
Yeah,
The fucking commercials they're gonna make us watch.
That's Daily Motion for you, I guess. Traded in the pornography for the commercials. I am not convinced in any way in a movie where Rami Malek is the guy getting revenge.
This wispy little European dude.
Yeah.
Or African.
Yep. Freddie Mercury gets revenge. Okay.
Yeah. I am probably going to see this weekend. In all seriousness.
Well, fuck you too, nerd.
Go on.
And you know what else I think looks horrible is that movie where Ben Affleck is playing an autistic hitman that all of a sudden has a sequel.
That first one wasn't horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ben Affleck is not a good enough actor to me to play an autistic, and he's also not convincing as a tough guy to play a tough guy. So it's like he can't do either one to me equally. He can't convince me that he's tough or that he's a good actor.
This shit fucking freeze again?
Yep.
There we go. Ugh. Come on.
The amateur.
Come on.
They like to repeat the same commercial over and over on Daily Motion, don't they?
Yeah, I did notice that earlier when I was watching. They also like put up more like skip this commercial things.
Yeah.
Guess we're just stuck watching this commercial 3 seconds at a time. Come on.
There's Wayne. Whoa, we're getting Stavros upskirt there.
Yeah, a little Brock shot for the audience, for the people.
For the people.
This guy and his sensible Sears ensemble.
Yep. Whoa. Finish him.
His cartwheel kick.
Yeah. And still no ride up on the pants.
It's very roomy in the crotch,
Yeah.
It had to be. Yeah, our streaming apparently is not the best of the best.
Nunchucks now.
I didn't even remember this when I was watching it earlier. There was a best of the best like Super Nintendo game.
I don't think it has anything to do with this, though, does it?
It was like a fighting game.
Yeah, but I don't think it had anything to do with the movies or anything.
I think it just got the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just a generic enough of an expression. Best of the best.
Yeah.
Where like I remember the game, but I don't remember the characters. I think it was more anime.
I don't remember if the characters like matched up to the movie characters.
Yeah.
I thought they did.
Let's look it up.
Yeah. We do have the internet. Oh, that's right. He's got like a hair weapon. That was also like a 90s action movie.
Oh, thing. Yeah. Well, I looked up best of the best video game, and it's giving me lists of the best video games.
Let me try best of the best fighting game.
Well, then it's going to give you a list of the best fighting games.
Oh, motherfucker. Let's try
best of the best movie video game.
Best SNES game. Yeah, no, it just gives you the list of the best games.
This says that the best of the best movie based on the popular martial arts film franchise was adapted into a video game released in 2007.
2007?
Yeah. This is AI, though. Yeah. AI gets a lot of shit wrong.
Yeah, that is not correct, because that game was in the 90s. It was a Super Nintendo game.
That's what I thought, too. But it's still... The rest... That was AI. Everything else on Google is just giving me lists of the best video games.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, it just keeps giving me lists of the games. Bullshit. I know it's real.
Bullshit.
Because it was like a team like fighting game. I remember.
Yeah, I remember it too.
It was like the format of the first movie, basically.
I'm sure it's in a $2 bin somewhere, you know.
Somebody's got it like sitting in a dusty bin in their like trailer somewhere.
Like, isn't there any room in that ET landfill for our best of the best games?
All right, I can get on board with this idea.
What?
Hear me out. None-Chucks, a movie that's an action version of Sister Act starring Chuck Norris. I'm here for it. We'll produce this.
So does he go undercover?
He goes undercover, my friend.
Undercover?
Oh.
You want to skip to the Backstreet Boys fight with
I do.
Tommy Lee?
Yeah. Not that we're not having fun.
Oh, we're almost at it anyway. Yeah. So
there's only like 20 minutes left in this movie. Yeah, here it is.
Some thongs. Some thongs.
Right, they're already fighting. It's Kane Hodder again.
There's Kane again. He's about to get a pencil in his thing.
That was the key to the demo house he's trying to do a tour for. There's Perrier Mason water.
Oh, yeah. I've heard stories about Kane Hodder being notoriously prickish to fucking fans. Like he won't give kids the time of day. You know, like
Ken Reed told us he's in like a running thing with Kane Hodder. That like every time he sees him, it ends with him going, "Fuck you, Kane Hodder."
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, he does not seem like a pleasant dude.
I like talked to him once at a convention and he was okay. He didn't. Yeah. That was also like 20 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
God damn it, Frozen. Oh no, it's not Frozen. How much money are you making on these ads for Best of the Best too? Like, can you really be raking in a lot of,
Oh, it's a person made of pubic hair.
Cool. This nasty bitch's pubes are falling out everywhere.
Rent-A-Center Taya Leone.
Budget Bruce Willis's wife in Pulp Fiction.
Yep.
Ugh, great. My wife looks like Larry Fine.
God, I hate commercials. Oh, they gave you the skip option right at the last second.
You bastard.
You know what I really hate is how fucking spiteful YouTube is. Right? They interrupt your movie, right? And they give you a commercial, and then they give you the option of the skip. So you go to skip, and then you miss it. And because you miss it, they make you watch another.
Yeah.
But if you hit that skip button, it would have gone back to your movie.
Yeah.
Like, what a bunch of motherfuckers.
All right, here he...
Oh.
Well, there we go.
Let's intercut with some gyrate boobies. Oh, he's going to do some rooster moves here. Oh, here we go. He's going to do some great little dance moves before he punches Kane Hodder.
Some dance fighting, yeah.
Yeah.
He would have shattered his hand right there.
Yeah.
He just punched Kane Hodder in the top of his head.
Oh! He bit him on the schnitzel. Everyone's so shiny and
greased
oily.
Up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grease me up, woman.
Legs and hammies are drying up as we speak, guys.
I just watched that one recently.
Keep doing this.
They couldn't afford the John Woo dub, so he's got to
Yeah.
make the bird motion with his hand.
Oh, some more Century 21 guys. That was the slowest fall down. Oh, there's a shot coming up in a second where there is a rubber Ralph Mahler head.
Really?
Yeah, that gets kicked, and I watched it in slow mo. It's
here?
coming right up. Yeah. They clearly made a rubber head. It's maybe 5 or 6 frames, and like you see the head, and then all of a sudden his jaw goes like this.
He kisses his own ear.
Yeah. Ooh, that one on the left's got quite a package. The one on the right has an even bigger one.
The balls on those showgirls.
Yeah, from the side you can see him especially. Holy shit.
Fucking pubic fro. Yeah.
Flat in the front like Ken. Oh, I forgot that they get the poles. So maybe the fake head is coming up. You know, they even set this up early on in the movie. They go, well, if you get really far, then you got to fight with sticks. And it's like, those are just pipes.
Yeah.
You get them at Home Depot.
That one guy looks like Jeff Foxworthy.
That mullet.
Yeah.
Stuntman mullet.
That is a 90s mullet if there ever was one. Wayne jacket and his gold Nehru jacket.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand the skill in fighting with Home Depot pipes. If they're fighting with, you know, like bow staffs or something, or like an actual ninja weapon. But how is this the final round? Give him a pipe.
This is a very long drawn out fight.
Yeah.
Like, we showed up in the middle of it, for Christ's sake.
And all the other fights that Tommy Lee was in were really quick.
Yeah.
They were just showing what a hard ass he was by kicking everybody's ass really, really quick. With his stirrup pants on. You can see their stirrup pants because every time he stretches his legs, the pants like stretch going down towards his feet.
It's like girls' sweatpants from
Yeah.
the 90s. Eric Roberts is like Michael Jackson fighting.
Yeah. I would recommend, if you've never listened to the podcast before, checking out The Harland Highway with Harland Williams.
Oh, yeah?
And in particular, his interview with Corey Feldman.
Really?
Yeah. Where he asks him, what does she mean? He's like,
oh my God.
And there's a whole thing where Corey Feldman's on there to promote this box set of all his music, of all his albums.
Yeah.
And oh my God. And
just let it go, Corey.
Yeah. And Harland is without him actually coming across as being mean, because he's actually being really nice to him.
Yeah.
But it's still so goddamn funny because he's asking him about this box set and it's good. He wants like $350 for this fucking thing, Corey Feldman.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck that. No.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay $5 for one of his records.
Yeah.
If I found it in a dollar bin in a store, I would buy it as a joke.
Yeah.
Like, oh, how bad is this going to be? Let's get this dollar album.
There is nothing that Corey Feldman could produce that I would pay $350 for.
Yeah. I was really expecting a big fight with Patrick Kilpatrick, and then I was really disappointed when they set it up right there, and then he just goes flying through the window.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love that. Like, this guy's supposed to be this invincible fighter, and nobody ever thought about punching him in the dick before.
yeah, never.
Yeah. Philip Rhee was the first guy to figure that out.
I love how the rest of the movie now, too, you see Eric Roberts just standing off to the side watching the fight, cheering him on.
Cheering him on.
Yeah,
fought its way through like a dozen guys to get there.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was going to be the fake head.
Oh,
there. Come on. There he is. Yeah. There it was.
Oh, yeah.
There was the fake head.
It was like a Jello mold of his head. Yeah.
It was like those stupid shows where they make they take a gun and then they shoot it into a gelatin guy's head. Yeah. It's like, you are really, really making somebody want to be a mass shooter with this shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Another fucking commercial.
Wow. Daily Motion. Don't go to Daily Motion anymore, dude.
I don't remember there being this many. When
those greedy French. It used to be a French company. I don't know if it is anymore.
Yeah.
Nobody drinks coffee out of clear mugs except for on Nescafe commercials.
Like, we live in a world where nobody is making instant coffee anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
right. Everyone back in the day had a thing of Folgers or Sanka in their cabinet. My grandma drank Sanka, you know, but my grandma was poor.
Yeah.
You know?
These fucking commercials.
I honestly wouldn't be able to tell the difference because I don't like coffee, but
yeah,
I just like the smell of it when you open the can, you know?
If it tasted the way it smelled, like the way the raw ground smell,
right?
I would be drinking that all the time.
I would be addicted to it.
Yeah. It does not. It tastes like dirt water.
Yeah,
is what it tastes like. Yeah.
When I saw Seinfeld, he called it a third world bean water.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I've tried it. I've given it more than one shot. I cannot get on board.
The only kind I tolerate is espresso, and that's because it gives you a really big caffeine boost.
Yeah,
and you just take a shot of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no,
you don't have to sip on it. All right. Daily Motion. Well, the end of the movie is they try to say that Tommy Lee is too good to kill a guy.
And then he does. Yeah.
Right. So he's like, I'm not going to kill you. Right. And then he walks away. And then when the guy jumps up, he breaks his neck. It's like he couldn't just put him down easily.
That guy might have been getting up to congratulate him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. You know what? I was kind of a dick crack.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Holy Christ.
Well, I would say let's wait before we do Best of the Best 3.
Yeah.
You know?
Because if we have to watch it on Daily Motion, we're never getting through it.
Or 4. Holy shit. I remember there being a lot of machine guns in the sequels.
Super Ninja, 1984. What did we say we're doing next?
Fort
Fairlane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Art's going to join us for that one. We can wrap it up because I don't feel like dealing with this shit.
No.
Yeah. All right, folks. Well, that was most of Best of the Best, too.
Yeah.
You got the gist.
That was the rest of the best.
Yeah. Really, once Chris Penn dies, we don't need to be here anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
after 5 minutes.
Yeah. Again, you get the gist. You know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, another ad.
Yeah. This one has Lady Emo Phillips in it.
Yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah, we'll have 2 shows that weekend. We'll be on Friday night, and then Saturday night, it'll be the Comics Brain Trust, right here on the Big Dumb Monsters Network. You can check us out at Saratoga Comic-Con in a couple of weeks, as May 3rd and 4th. We're going to be hosting an 18 and up trivia panel on Saturday night. There'll be plenty of prizes to give away. We're going to be having a good time. Probably having a few drinks. A few. It'll be a good time. Come see us. We'll be at Mid-Hudson Comic-Con and Tampa Bay Comic-Con, both in early August. Tampa Bay is August 1st through the 3rd. Mid-Hudson is August 2nd and 3rd. We'll be at both events. More to come throughout the summer.
The movie actually came back out.
The movie finally came back. You know what? Let's go to the next commercial. I'm sure will be in like 2 minutes. Because here's where they're like, kill him.
Yeah. This was the big rollerball moment where you're supposed to realize that the crowd is worse than the people in the game.
Yeah. Hard to believe we couldn't find this on a legitimate streaming service.
Tommy, look out!
Yeah, I just wanted to say oh.
Yeah. We keep propagating this myth that breaking your neck is going to kill you instantly, but it's just going to hurt.
Yeah.
That's all it's
Do you
gonna
actually
do.
die of suffocating if you break your neck?
I have a busted disc in my neck.
Yeah.
You can break multiple parts of your neck. I mean, I'm sure there are ways you might be able to suffocate. I don't know, but
I thought it was like if you sever your spinal cord like in the right place. Like you don't die from that. You die from sitting there not being able to breathe for a couple of minutes.
I don't know. It's just such an instant movie death,
Yeah. Bless you.
Thanks.
Nobody ever poops their pants when they die in the movies either.
No, or gets a boner.
Yeah. I was actually watching Hannibal the other day, and like I remember in the book, there's a part where he kills a guy, and he kills him in a specific way because like he's in Italy, and like this guy's ancestor was killed in the same way, and like there's a very graphic
come out.
Yeah, like a graphic description of like how the guy is hanging there with his guts out, and he has he's a boner.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and there was a famous painting of
his ancestor being killed the same way. Yeah,
that was a great book.
Yeah, that was a way better book than a movie.
Yeah.
Probably a few drinks. Yeah, one or two, like I said.
Yeah.
Eric Roberts strutting his way out.
Yep.
All right, there we go. We have credits.
Yep.
We made it to the end. I completely
we cut through the entire Sonny Landham training sequence. I completely realized that as we saw him in the credits.
His drunken uncle.
Yeah. Edward Bunker, Kane Hodder.
I always like looking like deep into the credits for people like who haven't been like who would eventually be famous that you haven't heard of yet.
Lionel Washington, wasn't that the name of the son on the neighbor's son on the Jeffersons? Son Lionel.
Yeah, Lionel Jefferson.
It was the Jeffersons.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was Tom and Helen.
All right. Well, Daily Motion, it's been fun. Sort of. Again, that'll do it for us. Thanks for watching, folks. This has been the Defenestration Hour. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.